About our team and really proud of their effort. Getting some carryover right now, especially from the defensive side of the ball. We're getting better, and I think our guys understand right now that that's not going away. We're going to have to continue to be just a tough-minded group out there that's got a lot of different combinations of players on the floor, and that's the thing we focus on the most. The turnovers, just continue to try to nip it in the bud. I thought second half we took care of the ball a lot better, and we got a lot more clean looks. Probably a couple open shots, a couple open layups from, really being able to score the ball in the second half a little bit more. But really proud of the guys. I thought Juwan Morgan basically jump-started the team. In that second half, he played extremely hard. His work on the glass was great, and he gave us confidence. So told Juwan, he continues to play like that. He's got good days ahead of him.
Mike?
Archie, I was going to ask you just about Juwan.
He was fantastic. It wasn't about shooting threes. It was about playing hard. I thought he played hard on both ends of the floor. The offensive rebounding was unbelievable effort. And then 10 free throw attempts kind of shows the aggressiveness that he played with tonight. So just happy for him. I thought he really played well today.
Coach, Rob Johnson seemed to take a step forward as a leader tonight.
Rob's unbelievable. I couldn't say one thing about Rob. His intentions as a player, as a leader, even coming off of Seton Hall in practice, vocal, getting on guys. He's doing a great job, and I think the more he gives of himself, the more he continues to try to talk and wants his teammates to do well, good things will happen for him. Right now he's finding some seams. We're not as fluid on offense as we can be, and be quite frankly, he's passing up some good ones right now, probably just because of just trying to be unselfish. But Rob was really good, and I thought he worked extremely hard defensively. Right now he's playing as hard and as well as he probably can be right now.
The turnovers in the second half, only having 3, does that just really come down to making the simple play?
I think so, and I also think the offense in front of the bench. We're able to control it a little bit more from the bench. In the first half, as they're away from you, it's a little bit harder. Sometimes it's a lot more free-flowing. Sometimes it's they're in transition, and especially early in the game when you're getting adjusted to the team and how they're playing, it gets away from you a little bit. So I thought second half we were able to control it a little bit more. Didn't take as many chances with the ball, and if you look at it, we shot 17 free throws. And I thought some of the threes that we took were pretty good, especially early. We got 3 or 4 good looks to start the second half. They just didn't go in. But we're trying, man. We're trying. I think at the end of the day, we got to get comfortable with roles and still figure out what is a good opportunity to take a chance and when to slow it down, especially late in the second half. I think we had some opportunities to slow it down a little bit. And let's see if we can work the clock a little bit more. But we're probably a couple open shots away from scoring 75 points in a game. So we got to keep working, and got to give South Florida credit. They played hard. I think the front court clearly impacted the game in a big way with our guards not being able to see very good early. And then I thought we started to make some unselfish plays in the second half, and we were able to get the ball sharing a little bit.
Going back to Rob, Juwan said something about how his aggressiveness sparked other guys. I mean, how important is it for him to kind of lead by example, I guess, on the floor at either end right now as a senior?
Is that Rob or Juwan?
Rob. Juwan said it about Rob.
Yeah. I mean, when you're clearly when the guy that you count on the most, you expect him to make plays and you expect him to be aggressive. And whether he's missing or not, we need Rob to be that guy. I think Rob he's starting to figure out, this thing isn't going to go away. I have to be a dominant personality. I have to talk. I have to be willing to make big plays and shoot the ball. I have to be willing to defend the other team's biggest and best guard. It doesn't matter. And I think what he's figuring out is there's no real alternatives. He has to step up and be our guy. And whether he's good or not every night, he has the right approach, and he's playing pretty well right now.
Sure.
So Colin on the bench tonight, is he closer or?
Closer. Don't know how. Could even be, missing this next week, but he's closer. He's better running, he's better jumping. He's still not 100% laterally. I think we'll see where he goes over the next couple of days, and then Arkansas State, then you have a day in between. So you got to be careful. 2 games in 3 days. With a guy that has a tender groin, especially with the gauntlet that we have coming after this week, just in terms of the amount of teams that we play and the quality of the team that we play. So I can see where Colin may not be looking towards next week, maybe post Eastern Michigan, maybe somewhere in there. But I don't know what Tim and the docs will tell me that.
Coach Alderman played 31 minutes tonight without committing a turnover.
Awesome.
On the floor. I mean, what can you say about?
Yeah, he's a terrific player. He's got a bright future ahead of him. He's He's got a great feel, starting to really trust him. As you can tell, he's in there quite a bit, so he's obviously hanging in there on both ends. A lot of mistakes freshmen usually make, doesn't even start on the offensive end, starts on the defensive end, and starting to learn how to trust Al. He's a good teammate, he's worked extremely hard, he's put himself in a situation to earn those minutes. He's not being given anything, and I think right now that you're seeing a young guy that has confidence, and we got to get other guys with confidence too. You know, right now some guys aren't feeling as well, maybe not playing as well, but you know, that's the quest, is to have a group that's a whole group that's confident. Can you get everybody on the same page? And that's what we're working towards right now.
Jim.
Coach, Duran continues to play well, but he's not been able to stay out of foul trouble, which down the road I can see that being a problem. What does he need to do to change that?
You know, I don't know about the fouls tonight, but definitely you got a chance to see the Seton Hall impact when he only played 15 minutes. And he played 25 minutes tonight. I thought he did pretty well. He moved a lot better defensively. I think a couple of his fouls may have been loose ball rebound fouls, so you got to take into account that maybe some 50-50 plays, but I thought he played pretty well. And again, it's vital that he's on the floor. It's vital that we can keep him on the floor and find ways for him to be in there longer, but at the same time find ways for him to be in there when we need him the most, which is late in the game.
Mike.
Archie, two quick things. First, do you have an update on Josh Newkirk? And second, how close is this team to being where you want them to be in terms of grit and toughness, as opposed to where they were 8 or 9 days ago? Yeah,
Josh Newkirk, he's a little bit banged up right now. I think he's moving a little bit gingerly in practice. The last couple of days, his legs maybe need a couple of days of rest to get him under his belt. I think we know, what he can do, and if he's playing longer minutes and more consistently for us, then we're going to be better. So we need to take a look at his workload right now, and maybe take a step back, see if we can't get those legs a little bit recovered. And obviously he's coming off, major knee surgery, so he's dealing with a surgically repaired knee. But he's a great kid. He's got great work ethic, and we have to get his confidence back. And I think part of it is making him feel a little bit better. The second question was grit and toughness. I thought today, clearly for the longest period of time, I thought we showed some toughness. We played hard. There was probably some 50-50 balls in the first half we didn't get that I actually got a technical foul for, which I didn't mean to, but it just drives you batty out there when there's long rebounds and 50-50 balls when you can't get it. And part of it is we had some weird combinations late in the half. We had freshmen out there and we had, some different lineups. But we're getting there. I think they're starting to understand it's going to be this way moving forward. We got to keep turning it up a level defensively. We got to keep the effort level going. And then once we can start maybe making some more of these 50-50 plays, loose balls, getting on the floor, long rebounds, securing them, we can get even better. But without a doubt, our team's starting to figure this thing out. As our season continues to move, if we're not good on defense, we're not going to have a chance.
The energy in the second half just seemed to be, a lot better than the first half. Was that them feeding off of Juwan, do you think?
Well, I think definitely. I thought we got stops in the second half. I thought Juwan brought the crowd into the game with his effort. We got some confidence when we made some shots and some plays. It was definitely a deal where we had to keep grinding away, keep figuring it out. First half, I thought we played pretty hard. We missed out on 50-50 rebounds, and you turned the ball over 9 times. It feels funny when you turn the ball over. If you don't turn the ball over, it's amazing how many shots you get, how many more free throw attempts you get. When you give it away 9 times, that's 9 shots you don't get. And for us in the second half, I think we scored 37 in the second half instead of where we scored, 33. I don't even know how many points we scored. 37 points in the second half. We were able to score a little bit because we didn't turn it over as much. So that's the big thing. Lack of turnovers, quality play on offense, and then defensively being able to finish possessions with great 50-50 plays and great effort.
Ken.
Was that the weirdest technical you've ever gotten?
No. Maybe. I really didn't want a technical foul. It was just, I was clearly ticked off we didn't get a loose ball rebound, but I'll take that technical foul. At the end of the day, I never want to give the other team 2 points, and I didn't say anything to the official. If I could have kept my play card and my towel off the floor, it would probably help the cause.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Yeah.